Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. One of the biggest style realizations I made over the years is that by avoiding certain wardrobe classics, I've been able to build a wardrobe better tailored to my style. The key is to avoid these fashion guides that tell us exactly what we should own in our wardrobe and instead tailor each individual item to our style. So here are 8 wardrobe classics that I didn't buy, and I'll share with you what I bought instead to make my wardrobe my own. Now obviously the point of this list is not for you to go out and buy everything on my list, but rather think about what would make your wardrobe really tailored and suited to you. I partnered up with Monica Vinader for today's video, so all of the lovely jewelry pieces, the green ring and earrings, are from Monica Vinader. A wardrobe classic I didn't buy is the classic leather jacket, and what I bought instead is a more contemporary take on the leather jacket. And this one has a drop shoulder, it's got gold details, it's a little bit more roomy through the body, and it in general doesn't look as sleek, and it looks more casual and effortless. This is a wardrobe piece I've been umming and ahhing for over 10 years. And every time I do a big shopping day, I will definitely try on the leather jacket, and I'll never buy it because it always feels like I'm wearing someone else's clothes. And ultimately, if I own the classic piece, I don't feel like I would wear it as much as this. Firstly, when I put this on, it just felt like my clothes. I felt comfortable and it just fit in with the kind of pieces I like. Something I like about this jacket is that I feel like it suits my lifestyle. It's more casual rather than overly tailored. And then the last check I did was that I tried this on with a lot of my clothes, and I really love the silhouette that it brought to my slimmer and more fitted pieces. Let me bring this back to my style words, which are feminine, modern, and playful. And I feel like this jacket kind of ties into that. If one of your style words is tailored or classic, then I feel like the classic styles are going to be perfection. And it's really all about figuring out what your style is, what your style words are, and then matching that to the pieces you buy. I can't stress enough that this is about matching the clothes you buy to your style, because I don't want people going out thinking some drop shoulder, balloon sleeve, gold hardware leather jacket is more classic than others, because it's absolutely not. It simply felt like the right one for what I was looking for. It's honestly been about 10 years since I've toyed with the idea of having a black leather jacket, and we've finally gotten one, and I am very much in love with it. Second thing I've avoided purchasing are jewelry classics that I feel like are very iconic. I can think of quite a few pieces here, and oftentimes they're from luxury brands. But with my jewelry, I kind of like to think about it in a really simple way. Jewelry doesn't really have any function, and its only function is basically to bring us joy when we're wearing it. So instead of feeling I need to have, you know, this and that, I basically just do it on a case-by-case situation and only bring in pieces that have elements I love. Whether that is a really good color that makes me happy, whether that is a very textured or detailed chain, whether that is a chain that can be worn in different ways. I'm always looking for jewelry that has a point of difference and basically just makes me feel happy wearing it. The difference between jewelry and clothing here is that clothing classics often make sense for me because they're practical. Whereas with jewelry, I don't feel like that applies. So it's really all about wearing the pieces that make us happy. It can be as simple as a small pearl earring or a pair of studs, and we can go as dramatic and colorful as we want. It feels fitting now to talk a little bit about Monica Vinader, whose jewelry pieces I am wearing today. All of their pieces are made from 100% recycled sterling silver and 18 karat gold vermeil. I'm a huge fan of gemstone and pearl jewelry, if you can't already tell, and any gemstones, pearls, or diamonds are sourced ethically. Some other really lovely details is that all of the jewelry packaging is made from recycled materials and it's also recyclable. Monica Vinader also has a repair and rewear program to prolong the life of our pieces so we can wear them more and buy less. Today I've got on these stunning earrings which are made from gold vermeil and green onyx. The green color just glows in the sun and it has this vibrancy that makes me very happy when I'm wearing them. The same thing goes with this incredibly statement ring. I've been wearing this for the last week or so. It's definitely sparked joy every time I've looked down and seen this beautiful green stone. With this necklace, it's got this really smart clasp. So you can wear it like it is now, where I've clipped it at the top and it becomes a lariat. You can customize the length of how long you want the lariat to be, and then you can also wear it like a normal necklace. There's also an option to change out the pendants, and I love how versatile this chain is. I wear tons of hoop earrings because I love the round shape around the face. Another pair of earrings I think are beautiful are these Neuro wrap earrings. It has a beautiful swirly shape, it's a little chunkier, and I just think that they're really beautiful for any outfit. I have a 20% off code right now with Monica Vinader, so if there is something on your wish list from them, be sure to use the code to get 20% off. Something else I didn't buy are very chunky black loafers, and instead I took it down a notch and went for loafers that had a chunky sole, but far less than the original pair. The reason I didn't buy the ultra chunky loafers is because I felt a few in store, and I always felt like they were too heavy and cumbersome. The sole is made from rubber, and I just feel like regardless of how they make it, it's going to be a little bit heavier than your typical shoe. For a heavy walker like myself who goes literally everywhere on foot and public transport, I just didn't feel like practically they were the best for me. And then the second reason is because of proportions. A lot of my outfits have a little oversize in them, whether that is the top or the trousers. One piece is usually already oversized. And I felt like going that extreme with a shoe would make it feel off balance when I styled it into my outfits. So what I decided was to go for a chunkier style of loafer that was basically not as extreme. I kind of brought it down a few notches so that it was more wearable and everyday. I have a couple of examples I could give, but the ones I want to talk about are the Tod's loafers. You can see that these have a slightly chunkier sole. The whole shape of it is slightly chunkier than average versus being very slim and sleek, but these are still very everyday and wearable. I think this idea of going for versions that are less dramatic can apply to anything. If you love a really bright color, you can purchase it in a smaller piece that doesn't catch the eye as much. If you love a really voluminous shape, you can make it slightly less so, and sometimes you still create the vibe, but you're able to wear it a little bit more. A few years ago, on every must-have list was the Gucci or logo belt. And I think it's funny that we've done a 360 now, and it's basically the exact opposite. So a wardrobe item I didn't buy is the logo belt. And to be honest, I've never really missed it. The moment this idea left my mind, I never thought about it again. So I can honestly say that because of that, it was a good decision. But let me go into a bit more detail. I think that the logo belt can look really wonderful on people who have glamorous or sleek style. It elevates it, it kind of makes it a little bit more glamorous, luxurious, and it can look lovely. But that's also not my style. And I also see a style for workwear when people have very simple outfits because they're rushing to work, and then this piece can elevate the look. And I feel like that's also not me. These are some classic belts I've purchased in the last couple of years, and let me just quickly show you. I've got this Sezane black belt. This one has a suede and leather texture. I feel like this one really suits my style. I'm always talking about texture, texture, texture. The fact that this one just has the two-tone textures is an easy way to add that into an outfit. Something else I purchased is this really, really long taupe belt. This one you can wear in a way that leaves a long tail, and I think that this creates a unique shape and silhouette, which I'm always going on about as well. And then I've got this one from By Far, very thin and dainty for balancing an oversized outfit. Everything I'm sharing is about asking ourselves whether this is a piece that will elevate our style, whether it suits our style, or whether it is just recommended to us by someone who doesn't share the same aesthetic. Instead of purchasing more premium denim options, I've always gone back to my Levi ribcage jeans. So when I talk about premium options, I'm thinking about Redone and the Gold. They're straight leg classic styles. These jeans are on a lot of fashion kind of classics or must-have lists. And sometimes I get a little FOMO where I want to try them because I think that they are so hyped for a reason. But the reason I've stopped myself is because I do have my ribcage jeans. I think they fit really well. I think they're super comfortable. They come in a range of colors and washes. The logical part of myself is thinking, since there's nothing I feel like wrong with these jeans, why would I upgrade to a more premium pair? Instead of the Gold or Redone jeans, I have been very happy with my Levi ribcage. I mean, I have 3 pairs and I bought them separately, so of course I like them. If you're thinking about upgrading or splurging on a wardrobe item, I think it's good to ask ourselves what we are getting that is more than what we already have. And sometimes I genuinely see a difference in fabric. I genuinely feel like it drapes and looks better. it's a better color. But basically, I like to check in with myself and make sure that it's actually worth the upgrade, and I'm not just doing it for curiosity or thinking that it can achieve something magical. If there's a theme in today's video, it's that I often find classic pieces too classic. And this goes for the white shirt as well. You will not find a single guide that doesn't recommend a white cotton poplin button-down shirt. This option is too classic for my own style. And I feel like it's such a missed opportunity for myself to wear this classic shirt versus other pieces. Let me show you what I got instead. These should always be tailored to your style words, and if yours is classic and tailored and modern, these kind of shirts would be amazing. It's just that those are not my words. I adore this little crop blouse. It's got this broidery pattern and it's got these fluted sleeves. I find the sleeves very playful. I find this type of broidery very feminine, and it just plays into a few of my style words. In the summer, I often like to create a very light and airy vibe. This shirt is on the sheer side. It's a very delicate light fabric. It's from Uniqlo. I've had it for so many years. This one leans heavily on the feminine, so often I'll pair it with more modern or more playful things, and it still kind of fits into my style very well. If we had more generic basics and we all had the same basics, regardless of our style, it makes it so much harder to capture our style in our everyday outfits. So instead of these classic white shirts recommended to me, I went for these. And then of course, there are thousands of versions of a white top, so you can really go in different directions, more simple, more detailed, and make it your own. For shoes, it always comes back to practicality for me. The idea of a flat shoe is that they're an everyday walking shoe, and since I know my habits, I know that a thin sole is just not gonna be as comfortable or protective, and I also know that they wear out so quickly on me. I'm really just so hard on my shoes that I feel like I just wear through them too quickly. If my shoe has a leather sole, I get a rubber sole put on immediately. I feel like I do the right things, but just for my habits, it doesn't really work that well. So I often opt for shoes that are still flat, but maybe they have more of a sole. Sometimes it can mean just having a very slightly thicker sole, like this sandal. It's a little bit more substantial versus this one, which is incredibly dainty. A personal thing I discovered for myself is that on my particular leg shape, I don't really like the look of a very thin, dainty sole either. I find it looks a lot more balancing when the sole is a bit more substantial. In one of my past videos, I shared another tip that I also look for, which is basically for the sole to extend over the upper of the shoe. If the sole of the shoe extends over the upper, I find that I don't get scuff marks on my shoes as easily, whereas if it doesn't, the front of the shoe often scuffs up quite badly. These are all things that I've taken into account based on my lifestyle, but I'm always looking for cute shoes that will elevate an outfit, but I can walk in them, and this is how I go around all of that. The final piece is very fitting to end today's video, and I'm talking about the denim skirt. With the maxi denim skirt, it's such a trendy piece, but at the same time I feel like you can't really go too wrong with denim anything. If I find the right one that kind of ticks all my criterias, then I feel like this is something that I can have for a long time, way past this trend. But the thing is here, I actually haven't purchased anything in this category yet because I haven't found what I am really looking for. With a lot of the maxi skirts I tried on, they're super rigid to the point where when I'm sitting down, it's actually kind of uncomfortable. And I'm really looking for something that is almost like a chambray material where it looks like a denim skirt, but it has a lighter, more fluid finish, or it's just a very lightweight denim. And I just want to be able to wear it really casually, have it be comfortable on, and still get that maxi denim skirt look. My criteria is comfort, so instead of a really rigid, thick denim, I'm looking for something a little bit lighter and more malleable. Silhouette wise, because I want it to be comfortable, I think my one won't be super fitted. Instead, I just wanted to cinch in really tightly at the waist, and then maybe be a straight shape, or very slightly flared. I'm pretty flexible with color. I know I want it to be some shade of blue and not a raw or dark denim look. That's my only criteria, any shade of blue. I wanted to end on this today because even for myself who honestly sees a lot of fashion items, even for me it takes a long time to find the right one if I genuinely want to keep it for years to come in my wardrobe. And building up a wardrobe definitely takes time. So if you can't find the perfect piece straight away, I think it's definitely okay to wait. In the meantime, while I look for this skirt, there are honestly lots of other pieces in my wardrobe that I am excited to wear. So I'm just looking for the right one, and when it comes, I will be so excited to get tons of wear from this skirt. I hope I find it very soon and it doesn't take me as long as the leather jacket took me, which was years. Let me know in the comments down below, what are some wardrobe classics you didn't buy and what did you get instead? Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Thank you to Monica Vinata for working with me in today's video as well, and I will have that code down below. Hope you all have a fantastic week and I'll see you next one. Bye.